So I'm gonna make this fast because I gotta get dinner in the oven. We're having what's called honey chicken, and it's a recipe by Barbara Doyle somewhere here in Utah. So I've never made it before, but it sounds really good. So what you're gonna need are 4 chicken breasts in a pan like this, a 1/3 cup melted margarine, but we don't use margarine, so I'm doing butter, and then 1/3 cup honey. So I want to pour in my honey with the butter. Okay, and you'll need 2 tablespoons mustard. That's 1. Doing this one-handed is tricky. And 2. So in a bowl, you're going to combine the butter, the honey, the mustard, and then some salt, and then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So you're going to combine this. I have no idea what this tastes like or what it needs to make it better, but we're going to figure this out together tonight. And it wouldn't be dinner time without screaming children in the background, would it? Callie. Mommy made a funny. Alright.
Did you just say mommy made a funny?
Mommy made a funny. Okay, now we're going to pour this over the chicken. Interesting color. Okay, and then you're going to bake it in an oven, 350 preheated oven, and you're going to bake it for an hour, and we're going to baste it every 15 minutes. And I will just show you my last basting time, so I don't have to keep bring the camera over to the oven. So I'll show you my last 15-minute basting and what it looks like. So I'll hit my timer for 15 minutes for an hour. So, okay, we'll see what it looks like in just a second. Okay, for the pilaf, the yummy rice pilaf, we are going to add a 1/2 tablespoon of butter and a 1/2 tablespoon of shortening. Okay, and we're gonna turn the heat on. You're gonna love rice pilaf. Once you know how to make rice pilaf, you can create all different types of season, like different types, like seasoning wise, and you can make it spicy, non-spicy, full of vegetables. I mean, yeah, it's a good thing to learn the fundamentals of a good rice pilaf. So, yes, you have a 1/2 tablespoon of butter, 1/2 tablespoon of shortening, get that heated through. While that is melting and doing its thing, we are going to grab your orzo, and this is what orzo looks like. Little bits of pasta. So good. So for this recipe, we are going to need 1/2 cup orzo. Okay, you're going to add your orzo to the pan. And you're basically like just sauteing it, basically. I don't know the word for it, but you're going to get this a light brown. Mix that in there. It gets hot fast. You cannot walk away from this, okay? Or you're going to have burnt orzo. I've had orzo in the past making this pilaf where it was too dark. And then it gets crunchy and it doesn't absorb the chicken broth later. So, okay, once it's combined with all the butter and shortening, kind of spread it out so this can brown up. Like I said, do not turn your back too long on this. This is a fast process because you got the shortening and it gets hot. Okay, so I'm going to keep my eye on this to a nice, you know, goldeny brown. So, okay, I'll show you what it looks like in just a minute. It's turned light brown really fast. I'm going to take it off the heat, and I'm going to hurry and hit it with the chicken broth so it doesn't keep getting brown. And the chicken broth is 2.5 cups. So here's 1. 2. Why did I measure that? I know that can is 2 cups. I'm going to measure another half and I'll throw it in. Okay, I'm going to put my orzo and chicken broth back on the burner. And I'm going to add 1 cup of rice. And the rice I'm using is long grain brown rice. You can use any rice you want. Works out good. I've done it with several different types. And then I'm loading mine with veggies. The basic is just this. And then you let it boil. And then you're done. Add some seasoning. You're done. But that is boring. So what I have is some mushrooms chopped up. I probably have like 4 or 5 good caps of it chopped up. I have like half an onion chopped up, 2 celery celery stalks chopped thinly. And I'm going to add that in there. And then I have 3 garlic cloves. And I'm going to add that in there as well. Ooh, my hands are going to be garlicky. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna bring it to a boil and put a cover on it and let it simmer for 20 minutes once it comes up to a boil. But I'm gonna add some salt to this as well because this is when you add your seasonings, and I don't want a very dull rice. So I'm gonna add some salt. And some seasoned salt as well. And this comes out different every time I make it as well. But that chicken broth is what is going to help bring with flavor into that as well. So, okay. What I'm going to do is bring that sucker to a boil. And when it boils, I'm going to put a cover on it and set my timer for 20 minutes. My pilaf is done, but I'm going to let it sit here with the top off, while I'm finishing the rest of dinner. That way it could get more absorbed and yummy. So I'm just going to leave it alone until I'm ready to serve, and then I'll fluff it up. So I totally lied and forgot to show you what it looks like when I basted it, but you get the idea. Every 15 minutes I basically turned them every 15 minutes. And here is the pilaf. I'm just gonna fluff it up so you can see what it looks like. That looks good. Now I'm just gonna dish up dinner. So here's dinner. The honey chicken. I just sliced it up and put the rest of the marinade on it. We have the rice pilaf. And we have steamed broccoli with Brussels sprouts.
Oh, she can use it.
And this is dinner tonight.